Welcome back to The Healthy Writer, where creativity meets wellness. Today I'll show you 10 ways to improve your mood fast. If you're feeling tired, defeated, sad, anxious, or depressed, or burned out, these tips can help you just improve your mood a little bit to get to that next step. As a side note, if you are feeling these emotions, it's important to see a doctor or a therapist to make sure there's not other help that you can get, especially if you have an undiagnosed condition that's, depleting your mood. It's important that you see the people who are professionals who can really help you. Great, now that there's that mini disclaimer and the longer disclaimer in the about, let's go. Tip number 1, clean your bedroom or the kitchen for 10 minutes. Let me tell you why this is a game changer. When you create the clarity of your space, you are allowing clarity of your mental state. What's reflected on the outside goes back inside. And you don't want that if you're living in like a cluttered, messy place. You don't want your mind to feel cluttered and messy as well. So what I like to do, I typically do 3 songs that are upbeat and I turn them on while I clean. Other people, if you're not a music fan, you can also set a timer for 10 minutes. But I find it's more fun when you have a kind of upbeat cleaning soundtrack. I highly recommend 3 of my go-to songs: Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance With Somebody, Ben Platt's Rain, and Camilla Cabello? I don't know how to say her last name. Camilla, though, and her song Easy. And yeah, so put whatever song you're feeling and have at it. Another thing that you may want to do, I recently read that research has shown people who make their bed are more prone to having more sex. So if you're sexually active and you'd like to increase your sexual activities, then maybe the first step is making your bed. The other nice thing is when you clean for like 10 minutes, you often find that you want to clean for another 10 minutes. And so by the end of however long you clean, you look around and you're like, oh, my space is so nice. Now I kind of have the energy to do other things. Speaking of other things and kind of cleaning still, close the windows on your phone or your laptop or wherever you do things on your devices. I don't know about you, but some of us have shorter attention spans and we shift from task to task. And while it may feel okay in the moment, the result is that, you might have 50 to 100 windows or tabs open, so that when you go to your device and you flip, open the laptop, it can feel really overwhelming to see all those unfinished tasks. So what helps me is this game-changing plugin. It's called One Tab. So basically, you add this into your Chrome browser. I don't know if you can do it in other browsers if you don't use Chrome. Probably, right? Plugins? Yeah, probably. Anyways, so add it to whichever browser you use. And then when you want to get rid of your tabs, you can click it and it saves your tabs all on one page. So that ultra important article you want to read, you can go back to. You probably won't if you're like me, but you can because it will be saved in your one tab. And now and then I do go back to certain tasks that I've, condensed, and it's super helpful. And also it kind of gives you relief about not getting it done in that moment. And you learn which tasks are really necessary and which are just kind of, extra that you don't really need to do. So this can help a lot. And like the bedroom or the kitchen cleaning, this is really about creating clarity around you so that your mind can be as tidy as the things around you, like your computer screen. On the computer screen as well, if you have a lot of stuff on your desktop, use folders. It helps me to see a mostly blank desktop. Great, next, drink a full glass of water. This seems super simple, I know, oh, hydration, but there's a reason that people recommend hydration, because when you're dehydrated, you're tired and your energy's lower and you might be a little irritated. So drinking a full glass of water, treats your body to a healthier state. And that's important. Your body deserves water. We're kind of like fish. Yeah. Take a 15-minute walk. If 15 minutes seems inaccessible, go for 10 or 5 or even 1 minute. The important thing is to stretch your legs, to acknowledge your body and that your body has needs. And if you neglect certain systems of your body, it's going to impact other systems like your emotional state and your mental state. So, because we're holistic creatures, you want to capture that mind, body, soul, right? And you can do that with walking. The other nice thing about walking is ideas often come with walking. It's kind of like a creative opportunity when you're walking. I find story ideas come, or I'll see really cute bunnies or squirrels or birds. So lots of good things happen when you take a walk. Take a 10-minute nap. I know this is like the hydration one, it seems so simple, but taking a 10-minute nap and not going overboard. Don't do an hour, don't do a half hour. Take a 10-minute nap and stick to that time. I find even if I take like a 3-minute nap, I just feel clearer headed. It's kind of like, it's like an espresso shot, right? You get a little burst of energy, or like in a video game where you get a little more like energy level. That's what happens when you take a nap in real life. And the other thing is, if you're having negative thought cycles, taking a nap turns off the thought faucet, right? So then when you wake up, it's like turning a new page. Tip number 6 is to listen to someone who's wiser or calmer or kinder than you feel in that moment. So I used to work jobs I didn't like that much. And during those periods, I would just feel so low. And, sometimes I would walk to work, or if I was in an office space, I'd have opportunities to listen to podcasts as I worked. So some of my favorites were TED Radio Hour, that had really interesting segments from TED Talks. And then I also loved Oprah's Super Soul Sunday and Marie Forleo TV. These channels offered inspirational kind of content, oftentimes with people who had gone through really hard experiences. I remember one really impactful video I watched from Marie Forleo's channel, and it featured a Holocaust survivor. I'll try to link to below. I'm not remembering her name off the top of my head. But after this video, there was so much wisdom from this woman who had suffered horrors, and she just had a really resilient and upbeat attitude that's inspirational for anyone to listen to. I think one of the things we don't often think about is that inspiration is like emotional nutrients, right? We know we need food, we know we need exercise, but we also need to touch the parts of us that make us human. So inspiration, it can be through listening to people who are wise. It can be listening to music that just seems to open doorways inside yourself, or reading. I'm a great fan of poetry, and when I read a poem that touches me at another level, I just feel connected to the world around me. And I think that's what we're also going for here when we're trying to raise our mood. We're trying to feel more connected to what's going on around us. The next tip is to find a comedian you really like on YouTube and to laugh, because we all deserve laughter, and laughter has a lot of health benefits. Laughter increases your oxygen-rich air. It stimulates your heart, lungs, and muscles, and it also releases endorphins. So it relaxes you. It makes you feel more personally satisfied. It improves your mood, which is what this whole channel is about, right? So, find the comedian that speaks to your laughter button and have at it. Have some laughter. Meditate for 5 minutes. And if you can do this on a daily level, your life will get better. Meditation calms you, it clears your head, it improves your blood pressure, it helps you sleep better. Yeah. You can literally Google this and find like 50 different benefits of regular meditation. So really, if you commit to a small amount of time, even if you just meditate a minute or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, you'll find your body happier, your mind happier. You'll probably be more appreciative of the things around you. It's also probably good for creative ideas too. And yeah, there's no negative impacts of meditating. And if you are one who has trouble with sitting with silence, find a guided meditation. That's what I do because it helps me stay on track too. So oftentimes I'll look up 5-minute meditations on YouTube. I have a meditation on my channel you can check out. It's a meditation to find your dream home, and I'll link to that below. And yeah, so do yourself a favor. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and find a channel that has a meditation that speaks to you. Next, have a mood-boosting food. Some of my favorites are salmon, spinach, and blueberries. These foods are anti-inflammatory and they're mood boosters. They'll make you feel good, they'll make your body feel good, and when your body feels good, your mind feels good. It's like a win-win-win-win-win. Check out my video on how to stop a panic attack fast. I'll link to it below. This video has a myriad of tips showing you how to calm your nervous system, which will in turn help improve your mood. Did any of these tips speak to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have tips that are small and help you improve your mood fast, let us also know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what things you benefit from. And as always, please hit that subscribe button and that notifications bell.